Hello there. Dressed for success, dressed to impress, and dressed just perfectly to review or preview because it comes out tomorrow. Elane's latest album called Blackvale. Here we go. But first, let me get into some detail on how I discovered Elane and what connects me to them and their music. So, as some or perhaps all of you should know, I'm a contact juggler. That's what I've been doing for the last 12 years. And I create my own stage shows, including spoken parts, which sometimes I speak, and oftentimes I let others speak them for me. And I add some music to the contact juggling parts to play to. So I have been using Elane's music for the last 10 years now because I think it just fits the mood of my shows best, and it's often ethnic and often pagan or fantasy folkish, and it just conveys this feeling I want to present to my audience. So that's what I've always imagined for my performances. I happened to find their songs on the internet by chance first, and was happily surprised to find out that parts of the band, or at least some members, live quite near to me. So I instantly felt some kind of connection. Elane and me just fits like a glove, so that's why I'm here to tell you about their new album. On to the new album and my review. Blackwale it is called, and I first had to look up the word veil because I didn't know it. Not V-E-I-L, but V-A-L-E. Now I do. If you're like me, you can look it up. It's obviously the old word for valley. So if you're old school like me, you may wanna buy this album as a CD. The artwork is once again superb and conveys this wonderful feeling of embarking on a dreamy escape. And embark we do onto the first song. The opener is called Sternenwind. Right at the beginning it drags you in like an urgent calling. You cannot not listen. I just love their voices. And once again Elane are a bit like Falco. I hope you remember him. He used to mix German with English lyrics, and that's what Elane do here as well, and in some other songs too, but not on this album. So that's just my cup of tea, and I really enjoy it. The chorus is like the conjuring of an ancient adventure. You want to partake in it, and you want to feel the wind on your skin, the Sternenwind. I love it already, and it's an instant Elane classic. That's the kind of song why I fell in love with Elane in the first place. Home is Where You Are happens to be the second on this album. It's a lover's duet, and it feels quite Irish to me, but perhaps that's only me. And it also carries this Irish melancholy and a melody that stays with you a bit longer. So from melancholy to happiness. The third song is called Searchlight. Did I mention that I really love Hannah's voice? A lovely chorus with a bit of a clap as well. That was daring by them, I think. But it suits the song, and I could imagine playing it at a party perhaps, because it's very uplifting. We all know the song Scarborough Fair, I'm sure, and the one with the various herbs in the lyrics, and many have done their versions. Now it's Elane's turn. And whenever I listen to this song, it doesn't matter in which version, I immediately feel the wanderlust rising inside of me, and I wanna go to England and smell all of the herbs and bargain some at the little town of Scarborough. So honestly, I've had this dream for too long and I wanna make it a reality. Perhaps next year, I hope so. Back to the song. A lovely interpretation of a wonderful song. You really can't go wrong here. And now let's peek through the keyhole. The next song is called Keyhole, and it sounds a bit synthy, a bit faint traces of 80s pop scattered in. It's something I really like because I'm from the 80s as well. I've not listened to it many times so far, but already it has potential of becoming an earworm. The next one is a rather soothing and calm song with a bit of a dramatic finale. It is called We Walk Hand in Hand. And you want something steampunky or perhaps even a bit of a rock song. That would be the next. My Guardian of Dawn really rocks. And I love the guitar parts and the violin also. Hannah's voice is one of the very few female voices I like hearing in a rock song, so that's a big plus. And I must say this album offers so much variety. With the next song we go back to a more calmer mood. An angel reappears. It also conveys this epic feel of adventure, of magical things happening. And the piano, violin and this voice, The Great Wall, is the next. It's a melodic and melancholic symphony. You can almost grasp the feeling of remorse, of missed chances, of time going by unclaimed. At least that's what my connection was, what I think or feel about this song. So that's how this song speaks to me. Perhaps it's completely different for you. I guess you have to listen yourself. So not something completely different, but something else. The next song is called Something Else. And it is something else because it's the first song in the whole album to be sung by a male lead voice. I like how all of them can really sing. They have lovely voices and they know how to use them. So it always sounds right to me. It always sounds sexy, especially in this song when the male and the female are singing together. It's really lovely and I enjoyed it. The last song, it's already the 11th song and it's called Ach bitterer Winter. And it has this current early winter feeling of is it ever gonna be spring again, or where have all the birds gone? Why did all the flowers die? Once again, this was the feeling I got when listening to this song. Also very melancholic and bittersweet and lovely. So for me the song has quite an abrupt ending. Also it's the last on the album, so I think it just stops you in your tracks. So I think that's quite cunning too, because they leave you wanting more. So it's 11 songs, 11 completely different songs, all kinds of genres and styles and feelings. It's a bit of a roller coaster ride, and if you have enjoyed Elane so far, you will really love this album. And if you like, for example, fantasy folk or pagan folk and haven't heard of Elane, you should give it a try, I think. So that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed this review. See you in a bit.